we're going to end off here, but I wanted to ask you what it is that you would like to be known for.
For loving people, and for
Mm.
being authentic too. Both of them. I think one is connected to the other. I think when you are authentically yourself, you find it easy to love people. You know, that's a big deal to me because I was I was trained uh, to see people apart from myself so that I could then bring them into the fold.
Mhm.
I was supposed to find sinners and get them saved.
Mm.
And now I don't want anything to do with that. I'm not interested in salvation. As a person who still believes in God and believes in a relationship with God through the message of Jesus Christ, I wouldn't know about or have entertained this idea of God if it weren't for Christianity. So I'm not Christianity didn't hurt me as I write it, but it did hold me back. And so I just want to love people. And I found that I can't do that and have an agenda. To create and gather relationships to get people to make them Christians to me is an agenda. And that's not love. And so I just want to love people. Highlight the word just.
It's really powerful stuff. And, I commend people like you who are spreading this message of love. Um, One of my messages tends to be more of one of like respect, like mutual respect, not super lovey dovey. But when I meet people who genuinely have this desire to love people and spread this message of love, I can just feel it coming through to me, and I'm like, thank you, and I can't wait for all of these people who are like ready to meet you or getting ready to meet you. I can tell that you're going to be out here changing lives. That you are changing lives right now in a way that is more authentic to who you are and what you want to be on
Yeah.
this planet. Chandrika, thank you so much for sitting with me today. You really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I hope that everybody listening today has heard the message that you had to share. And, one of the things I just want to say is I really appreciate that you're not bashing Christianity, which I think was a little bit of a concern um, for people who were listening to the show. It's more that you are saying, this is my experience and this is what I got and this is the direction I went. So, in that message of love, not bashing the religion or the people who still are actively involved in the religion,
Right.
but just saying, this is my journey, this is who I am. And that I do believe that you will be an inspiration to others who are feeling the same thing but are afraid to step out into what they're authentically thinking and feeling on their journey. And that it's not about taking people away from the religion or away from the church, but that you can still follow what aligns with you from your religion and still also want to be out of the box a little bit.
Right. I'll tell you, one of the things I write, I don't know if you have time, I would read it. But I just talk about uh, the fact that I was born into the womb of Christianity, just like I was born into the womb of my mother. But at some point, my mother's womb became too small.
Mm, wow.
So as her womb could only expand so far, and then I outgrew her womb, and I've outgrown Christianity. I felt like I couldn't be the love that I was being called to and be a Christian. So I had to leave Christianity in order to be what Christianity talks about.
Yes. Well, for those of you who are interested in reading the book, there is going to be, it's on Amazon. Lord, I don't want to die a Christian. And I'm going to put a link to it in the show notes as well. So if you're reading the show notes, there'll be a link in there. Where would you like people to connect with you online?
I am on Instagram, Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, all the major platforms. Let me know where you heard about me from. Otherwise, I'll think
Yeah.
you're strange. I'll think you're a little strange.
We're in that day and age where things are getting strange online.
Right, like I
Well,
love you, but say something. Tell me who you are. I'm still protective of myself.
hey,
So,
y'all hear that? You gotta tell Chandrika that you came from Women of Color and Confidence.
yes, yes. Let me know where you heard from me from, where you heard about me, and I will definitely respond.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciated this conversation and everything that you had to share. Thank you to all of our listeners out there. We will be back in another 2 weeks with a fresh episode of Women of Color and Confidence. We'll see you all then. Bye.
Bye, y'all.